Hi, my name is Anthony Giesick, and I'm here to talk to you about how porn and porn use negatively impacts the human brain. According to studies conducted in 2002, an estimated 50% of all internet traffic is related to sex or pornography. This is evident in Pornhub, which is the number one porn website in all the world, totaling 42 billion visitors, which actually equals out to 115 million visits a day. That also equals out to 84 or over 80,000 visits per minute. I believe that frequent porn use drastically changes the user's brain, which could result in three side effects. Number one, it becomes more difficult for them to become aroused or interested in sex with a real life partner. This is also tied to depression and other mental health issues, specifically in teenagers. Lastly, porn leads to the user looking for more unconventional forms of sex. This could be while they're searching for porn or in their real life. Now, let's talk about topic number one. In an article in neurosciencenews.com, December 2019, it talks about a study that was done where they discovered that over time, frequent porn users are having less interest in physical intimacy with a real life partner. And in those moments that they do have physical intimacy, they are often not able to get aroused or they're not able to have an orgasm. It's also noted that in those moments, obviously that's going to build up a lot of frustration. It's going to build up a lot of resentment on both sides, on the side of the porn user and their partner, because those needs are not being met. Obviously, this is going to increase mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, can cause isolation as well. And that's going to lead into our next point. But before we get there, it is also noted that because the user is not getting their sexual gratification with their partner, they often have to find themselves coming back to porn in order to get that same dopamine hit that they got the first time around. Now, how does that affect them over time? We'll talk about that in later on in the video. Now, let's go to observation number two. The idea that frequent porn use is tied to depression, anxiety, isolation, specifically in teens, but I honestly believe that it's going to hit adults just as much. The reason this is, studies have shown it's because of the lack of intimacy with another person. They often see themselves, I should say, as people who are strange or just they're not fitting in because they're not doing what they see in the videos. And that leads to a lot of anxiety when they are in person in an intimate setting. Obviously, that's going to raise depression, that's going to raise a lot of other issues, and it's really going to cause isolation because you're going to want to stay away from people in general. Now, as far as individuals who, like I said, are frequent porn users and how that changes their brain over time. Well, I mentioned earlier that because of frequent porn use, they're going to have to constantly come back to porn in order to get the same dopamine shot that they did in the beginning. Now, in that case, what's also happening is as they watch some of the same videos or same type of videos, their arousal for those videos diminishes as well. So what that means is they have to find more unconventional forms of pornography, and a lot of like Pornhub and a lot of porn channels will say things like, oh, we're trying to push the envelope with what we create. That's not what they're doing. What they're actually doing is they're building up more unconventional forms of sex, things like incest, rape scenes, or things that are not consensual to both partners, solely because they realized, Pornhub and these other websites realize that their customers are not coming back because they built up a tolerance to the content they already have. It's actually been known in another report that Pornhub analytics reveal that conventional sex has decreased their interest in their content, right? So because that's all they're seeing, they want more and more. But what happened in 2021, Pornhub was actually forced to remove all videos that depicted non-consensual content. And here's the shocker, that tallied up to 9 million videos. So the reason I'm making this video, one, it's because it's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've known a lot of people struggle with, but I think it's something that's really reverberating through not only the men in our lives, but every aspect, men, women, and children as well. And it's changing the way that we raise our families, and it's changing the way we treat people also. And that was the reason for this video. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope you're able to take this information and now apply it to any area of your life as far as getting help or helping those who need it. Thank you.